There are hearts that don't need anyone to hurt them. They already feel the ache on their own. They see a dewdrop fall, and their soul trembles a little. They hear an old song and relive an entire chapter long gone. They don't speak much, they don't make noise, but they feel everything far deeper than most. These are the souls watched over by the moon, Mercury, or Neptune, soft, intuitive, deeply emotional by nature. Today we're weaving together the stories of four such signs: Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and Virgo tender hearts that resemble Japanese Kintsugi pottery, broken but glowing with gold. This is for everyone in the U.S., men and women alike, who have loved deeply and seek healing through connection and self-love. Let's begin their journey, honoring their depth and guiding them toward peace. The courage to feel deeply. Some love with loud declarations, chasing attention with grand gestures. But you love with quiet devotion, noticing the details others miss, the way someone's voice softens when they're tired, the song they hum when they're happy, the pause in their breath when they're holding back pain. You love not for applause, but because it's woven into your soul. Your heart gives fully, fiercely, even when it aches, and that depth makes you vulnerable. You've been called too sensitive, too emotional, too much. You've been hurt not by loud betrayals, but by the quiet indifference of those who couldn't see your heart. Yet you keep loving, keep showing up, keep believing. That's not weakness, it's bravery, a refusal to let the world harden your softness. These four signs, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Virgo, are the zodiac's tender warriors, loving with a sincerity that's rare and carrying scars from giving too much. Their stories flow like a river, each one unique yet connected by a shared depth. Let's start with Pisces, whose heart ripples like still water, drawing us into their gentle world. Pisces, gentle hearts, fragile as mist. Pisces you love, like still water, calm, soft, sensing every ripple in the souls around you. You hear what's unsaid, read the sadness behind a smile, ache for others before they even know their own pain. You don't need perfection, just honesty. You don't need strength, just a shoulder that holds steady when you're weary. Your love is raw, unguarded, poured out, as if every moment is your last chance to care. But that openness makes you fragile. A missed call lingers in your thoughts for hours. A broken promise haunts you for days. When hurt, you don't confront, you fade, slipping into your inner world where dreams feel safer than reality. Pisces, you've walked away from someone you loved, not with anger, but because you felt invisible. You've forgiven mistake after mistake, waited for change, only to realize you weren't truly held. Your heart, delicate as misted glass, breaks quietly, and sometimes even you don't know how to protect it. You smile to reassure others, but at night you curl into loneliness alone. If you're hurt, you might forgive, but you'll carry the weight of losing someone who loved with the purest faith. When you walk away, you don't return, not because you stopped loving, but because you learned your heart deserves protection, not endless breaking. Pisces, your healing begins when you embrace your softness as strength. Find a quiet space, a journal, a lake, a starry night, and whisper to yourself, "My heart is precious." Let go of the pain you've carried and know you deserve someone who sees your poetry, who stays through your silence, who cherishes your depth. As Pisces' gentle mist settles, we flow into the story of Scorpio, whose quiet intensity burns beneath a calm surface, pulling us into their fierce heart. Scorpio fierce, love, hidden vulnerability. Scorpio, you are the storm beneath a calm sky, your heart burning with intensity behind a guarded exterior. The world sees your strength, your mystery, but few see the fragility within. You don't open up easily, but when you do, you love with absolute loyalty, offering the deepest corners of your soul, parts you've never shown anyone else. Your love is fierce, consuming, so powerful, it can startle those unready for its depth. You've sacrificed quietly, forgiven the unforgivable, held in storms to stay by someone's side, believing if not me, who else? But wounds pile up betrayals, broken trust, moments of being unseen. When hurt, you don't shout, you freeze, turning from fire to silence, from presence to absence. Scorpio, you've left without a word, not because you stopped loving, but because you learned to guard your heart. By the time someone notices, you're already gone. You don't ask for much, just honesty, someone who doesn't touch old wounds, who stays when you pretend you're fine. Your healing is in recognizing your intensity is a gift, not a burden. You deserve someone who honors your trust, who sees your depth as beauty. Find a moment of stillness, a candlelit room, a quiet night, and tell yourself, my love is powerful. Release the pain of those who couldn't hold your fire. Your heart deserves to be treasured, not broken. As Scorpio's fire dims to embers, we turn to Cancer, whose nurturing love builds a home, guiding us into their warm embrace. Cancer, the heart that builds a home. Cancer, you are the warm hearth, the soft blanket, the quiet music that makes a house a home. You don't know how to love. Halfway, you build a foundation of safety, carrying the world of those you love, their family, their past, their dreams, their flaws. You love with intention, crafting a sanctuary where others feel seen. But your love is often forgotten. You've given up opportunities to make others happy, stayed silent through pain, smiled through tears on your own birthday, all to keep someone close. Your emotions rise and fall like the moon's tides, happy one moment, quiet the next. Not because you're moody, but because you carry so much inside. When hurt, you retreat into your shell, pretending to be strong while your heart quietly bleeds. Cancer, you've walked away whispering, I tried so hard, but it wasn't meant to be. You've blamed yourself for their absence, wondered if you were too much, but you were never too much. You were loving someone who couldn't hold your warmth. Your healing begins when you stop blaming yourself for loving fully. Your love is priceless. You deserve someone who sees your care, who asks, are you okay? Who stays because they value you. Find a cozy space, a journal, a warm drink, a moonlit window, and say, my heart is worthy. Let go of the moments you gave too much and know your heart deserves to be cherished. As Cancer's warmth lingers, we shift to Virgo, whose grounded care anchors us in a story of quiet devotion. Virgo, the care that notices everything. Virgo, you are the quiet architect of love, building it with precision and care. You don't love impulsively, you observe, analyze, choose with intention. Your love is a work of art, tending to every detail, every word, every gesture. You fix what's broken support without being asked, give in ways that often go unnoticed. You don't need grand gestures, just consistency, truth presence. But those small oversights, a forgotten promise, a careless word cut deeply because you notice everything. You've stayed up fixing mistakes that weren't yours, endured more than you should, to keep peace, blamed yourself when things fell apart. You don't lash out, you internalize, collecting disappointments until they become a quiet ache. Virgo, you've gone silent, not out of anger, but because your efforts weren't valued. Your heart whispered, maybe I'm not enough. Your healing is in recognizing your care is a masterpiece, not a flaw. You deserve someone who sees your efforts, who loves you when you're messy, not just when you're perfect. Find a grounding space, a notebook, a garden, a quiet corner, and say, my care is enough. Release the weight of unreturned care. Your heart is a garden blooming with beauty, even through pain. Healing for tender hearts. If you see yourself in Pisces' dreams, Scorpio's fire, Cancer's warmth, or Virgo's care, or if you've ever loved quietly and hurt silently, know this. Your sensitivity is your power. It's the courage to feel deeply in a world that often dismisses emotion. Your healing isn't about hardening your heart. It's about loving yourself with the same devotion you've given others. It's about setting boundaries to protect your peace, trusting that the right people will see your softness as a gift. Find a quiet space today, a journal, a starry night, a cozy corner. Place your hand over your heart and feel its rhythm. Say, my heart is worthy. Write down the hurts you're ready to release, the moments you're proud of, the dreams you still hold. Keep them as a reminder of your resilience, or let them go as a symbol of your freedom. Your heart is like Kintsugi, broken but mended with gold, shining brighter for its scars. The love you deserve. You deserve a love that sees you, not just when you're giving, but when you're hurting. A love that notices your quiet care, stays through your silence, honors your depth without asking you to shrink. That love may take time, and that's okay. You don't trust easily, and you shouldn't have to. The right love will be patient, consistent, kind. A love that feels like home, not a battlefield. Until that love arrives, be the one who loves yourself first. Listen to your heart. Create space for your dreams. Remind yourself that you deserve rest, care, connection. You don't need to be louder or less emotional. Your depth is your strength, your softness, your legacy. A message for every tender soul, for every Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Virgo, and every soul who has loved deeply and hurt quietly. Know this. Your heart is a treasure. Your sensitivity is a strength. Your love is a gift. You don't need to rush your healing or compare your journey. You are arriving one breath, one moment, one act of self-love at a time. Keep nurturing your soul, protecting your peace, believing in the beauty of your heart. You are not broken. You are radiant, and your light shines brightest in the quiet. Your love is worthy.